Welcome to another insightful exploration into the human psyche. Today, we delve into narcissism, focusing on the excessive need for admiration common in those with narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. Narcissism as a term has often been thrown around in casual conversations to describe someone who seems excessively self-centered. But it's much more than just an inflated ego. Narcissism, particularly when it manifests as a personality disorder, is a complex mental health condition. It's characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy for others, and a desperate need for admiration. This need for admiration is a key characteristic of narcissistic personality disorder. It's not just about wanting to be liked or respected. For individuals with NPD, admiration is a lifeline. It's a way to validate their worth and feel special. But why is this so? To help us unravel this, let's turn to the work of Dr. Frank Yeomans, a noted authority in the field of narcissism. According to Dr. Yeomans, individuals with NPD seek admiration as a means to feel superior. This is because they harbor doubts about their ability to be loved. Admiration, unlike love, can be earned through achievements and doesn't require vulnerability, making it a safer option for them. But this pursuit of admiration often comes at a cost. It can lead to a distorted view of relationships, with the self being superior and the other being devalued. It can also result in a struggle to accept love, often leading to the devaluation of those who love them. Understanding the need for admiration in narcissism helps paint a clearer picture of why narcissists behave the way they do. It also opens up avenues for empathy and understanding, a crucial first step in approaching and dealing with narcissistic personality disorder. In the world of narcissism, admiration holds a special place. But why? Let's delve deeper. Imagine you're in a room full of mirrors, each reflection bouncing back, amplifying your image. This is the world of a narcissist, a world where admiration serves as the light that illuminates their existence. It's not just a desire, but a need to feel special, to feel superior. But what is it that fuels this need? The answer lies in a paradox. Narcissists, despite their grandiose exterior, harbor profound doubts about their ability to be loved. Their self-esteem is like an inflated balloon, floating high on the winds of admiration, but vulnerable to the smallest pinprick of criticism or rejection. To shield themselves from this vulnerability, narcissists often set high goals and strive for success. Each achievement acts as a brick in the fortress of their self-worth, a fortress built not on the sands of love, but on the solid ground of admiration. The applause, the accolades, the recognition, these are the materials with which they construct their identity. Yet, in their relentless pursuit of admiration, narcissists may overlook one crucial aspect: the difference between being admired and being loved. Admiration is often about what you do, about your accomplishments and achievements. It's something you can earn, control, and quantify. Love, on the other hand, requires vulnerability. It's about who you are, not just what you do. Love cannot be earned or controlled in the same way. For a narcissist, this lack of control makes love feel risky, uncertain. Admiration, on the other hand, feels safer, more reliable. It's a validation of self-worth they can control. It's a safety net that cushions them from the fear of rejection, the fear of not being enough. But like a mirror, admiration only reflects what is shown to it. It doesn't see the person behind the achievements, the human being beneath the facade. And that's where the real challenge lies, in helping narcissists understand that they are worthy of love, not just admiration. Admiration for narcissists is a safety net, a validation of self-worth they can control. Before we continue, if you find these insights into narcissism enlightening, please subscribe for more. Now let's discuss how narcissists view relationships. Narcissists have a unique perspective on relationships, one that is often imbalanced and heavily skewed. They tend to view relationships as a kind of power dynamic, wherein they assume the role of the superior self and consequently devalue the other party. This imbalance isn't just about power, however. It's a coping mechanism, a way for them to maintain their inflated sense of self-worth and avoid the vulnerabilities that come with genuine emotional connection. Let's take a deeper dive into the mind of a narcissist. When they interact with others, they are not seeking a connection on equal grounds. Instead, they're looking for validation, for someone to feed their need for admiration. This need for constant validation often results in the devaluation of others, especially those who love them. You might ask, why would someone devalue the very people who provide them with the admiration they so crave? It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? However, from a narcissist's perspective, love is a threatening concept. It requires vulnerability. It requires giving as much as receiving, and it requires acknowledging the worth of another person. For a narcissist, accepting love means accepting that they are not superior, that they are just as human and flawed as anyone else. This is a reality that they are not willing to face. Therefore, they often reject love, pushing it away and devaluing those who offer it. They opt for admiration instead, as it can be earned through achievements and does not require them to expose their vulnerabilities. This skewed view of relationships further fuels the narcissist's need for admiration. Despite these challenges, there is hope for narcissists to develop a healthier view of relationships. But how, one might wonder? Dr. Frank Yeomans, an expert on narcissism, strongly believes that with the right help, individuals with narcissistic personality disorder can indeed develop a healthier perspective on relationships, one that is rooted in mutual connectedness. This, however, is not an overnight process. It takes time, patience, and a strong commitment to self-improvement. Why? Because narcissists usually have a fragile sense of self-worth that is often masked by their outward displays of superiority. Behind their grandiosity lie deeply ingrained defenses that they've built over time, and these defenses can be difficult to dismantle. The journey towards healthier relationships involves breaking down these defenses and fostering a better understanding of oneself and others. It means recognizing and accepting that every individual, including oneself, has inherent value that is not determined by achievements or admiration from others. It means learning to be vulnerable, to open oneself up to the possibility of love and connection, rather than constantly striving for admiration. Dr. Yeomans believes that this process, while challenging, is not impossible. With the right therapeutic intervention, narcissists can learn to recognize and challenge their unhealthy patterns of relating to others. They can learn to see relationships not as a hierarchy with a superior self and a devalued other, but as a partnership of equals. They can learn to embrace the concept of mutual connectedness, where they can both give and receive love and respect. While the journey is not easy, it is possible for a narcissist to learn to view relationships differently. It's a path that requires courage and commitment, but it is a path that leads to a more fulfilling and healthier way of relating to others. It is a path worth taking. Today, we have gained a deeper understanding of narcissism and the role of admiration within it. We've explored how this excessive need for admiration can be a defense mechanism for those with narcissistic personality disorder, a way to feel special and superior, to validate their self-worth. This need often stems from early childhood experiences and a breakdown in empathic attunement. We've also delved into how narcissists view relationships as imbalanced, seeing themselves as superior and devaluing the other person. This perspective leads them to seek admiration rather than love, as the former can be earned through achievements while the latter requires vulnerability, a trait that often feels threatening to their fragile sense of self-worth. Yet we've also underscored that there's room for change. With patience, time, and help, it's possible for narcissists to develop a healthier view of relationships. Instead of seeing them as a means to gain admiration, they can learn to appreciate the mutual connectedness that forms the core of any healthy relationship. This shift in perspective doesn't happen overnight, but it's an essential step towards fostering healthier interactions and relationships. As we continue to delve deeper into the intricacies of narcissism in our upcoming series, we invite you to join us on this journey of understanding. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel to stay updated. What are your thoughts on this topic? Please comment below. Your insights may help others better understand this complex condition. Until next time, keep seeking understanding.